Hi everyone. I'm logging on because I just can't go to sleep. Today's day 13, so tomorrow I go get my beta test, so my blood work to see what my HCG levels are and to like check whether that IUI was successful or not. So this last week was rough. I think in one of the clips I wrote down, like I kind of had like a little meltdown on Tuesday. Luckily, I was at my acupuncturist and she really helped me get through it and gave me some support and just helped me. And then on Wednesday was my day off, and although they keep saying not to test, I just really, I don't know, there was just something like I just wanted to take a test. So I took the test and it said negative. And then today, day 13, I don't know, I think I just kept feeling like a lot of cramping and just like kind of like something it's so weird to describe it. It really feels like period cramps, just like movement in my like where my ovaries are, and I just had a lot of that going on, and I don't know, I got up and I took a test and it came out positive. And I called my husband over here quickly to see it. I was like elated, like I couldn't even stop giggling and laughing and crying. I'm hoping that this is a real positive test and not like a false positive. But what makes me really optimistic about it is that on Wednesday it said negative, and with ovidrel, normally people that don't have the IUI and then they're trying to conceive, they normally test every day until the negative, like once you take when you take ovidrel, you test positive like immediately, like maybe the next day. And then so I've heard of some people having to keep testing until it says negative and then test again to get an actual real result. So I don't know, I just kind of got curious about it. So since I tested negative on Wednesday, I decided to do it again. And I was already in bed. It's almost 11 o'clock. I was already in bed. And I just like had the urge to pee, and I figured I'm just going to do it. And it says positive. So tomorrow is confirmation. Like I'm just so happy that I at least waited till today, because I only have one day to wait. But here is the test. See, it says pregnant. And another thing, this is like the CVS brand of this clear blue, but the last time when I tested on Wednesday, it said not pregnant, and then within like minutes it disappeared from the screen. So this one's already, I think it's been at least like an hour since I tested, and it's still showing. But I'm just super excited. I know it's almost 11, but I want to like call my mom to let her know. Like my mom and my good friends that have been my friends for years are the ones that in my personal life like know about my IUI. On YouTube and Instagram, I do post about it, but my family doesn't really like follow. So I just wish I can call my mom and tell her. I'm just too excited to even go to sleep. But tomorrow I'll get my blood work, and normally I get my results like by the night. Normally when I get blood draws, it takes a few hours and I get the results, but I think I'll give it till Tuesday to hear back. But I really hope this is right. You should have. I have a clip of Raymond when he saw it. I just called him in the room and I just showed it to him, and he kept staring at it, and just seeing the look in his eyes and the way he saw me and looked at me, like just it right now I just feel like so blessed to even just see a positive. Like, yeah. Anyways, I guess I'll talk more about all of this once I know for sure. But right now, I'm super excited. I need to get some sleep because I do have to work tomorrow. But for tonight, I'm going to be having happy dreams.
That's crazy.
I just looked at it. I just like called you like to scream.
I keep looking at it like it's gonna change.
I know. Tomorrow we'll get confirmation if it's right. But I feel like it might be because the last one said negative. You doing a happy dance?
I got the chills. I got all cold all of a sudden. Cold.
I know I keep looking at it to see if it changes.
At station number 1.
Hello. So since the last check-in, I mentioned that I had received a positive pregnancy result on the stick at-home pregnancy test. So on Monday we went in to get my labs drawn, and on Tuesday I received the results. And it's just so funny because I think in the excitement of everything, I forgot the instructions on what I was supposed to do. So normally Kaiser sends all of the lab results through, I get an email saying to go into my online portal and I can get all my results there. So I kept I was obsessively just refreshing my Gmail throughout the day, trying to see if I had any emails for results, and I didn't. So the day went by, I got really sad that I wasn't getting any response and just anxious. And then in the middle of the night, I woke up remembering that the instructions were for me to actually call the reproductive clinic because the results needed to be interpreted. What they send is the HCG levels, and that they had to be read by a nurse, and that's how they would let me know. So on Tuesday morning, early morning, I kept calling the clinic. It was 8 o'clock. It still said it was closed. It kept going to voicemail, even though their hours are from 7:30 in the morning till 6. And I called at 8, kept going to voicemail, 8:30, kept going to voicemail. Then I finally called member services, and they called to check the number as well. They received the same voicemail, and eventually member services just helped me leave a message for someone in their department to call me back. And they called me, and it was confirmed positive. My HCG was at 69, and you need 25 or above to be, actually 10 to 25 to be considered a positive pregnancy test. So I was at 69, which is really good. And what they did after that was schedule another pregnancy exam 2 days later, 2 days after the first. So on Wednesday the 13th? No. yes, January 13th was my second HCG test, and they also did a progesterone test. And I just got a call back, and my HCG is at 364 now. What they're looking at is that they want to see an increase of at least 60%. So my number's more than doubled each day, so I'm doing really good. 364. And then my progesterone is my progesterone is at 38.3 ml, and what I was told they were looking for was 15 or above. So that looks well, as everything is looking good. And just based on those results, they scheduled me for my first ultrasound on February 1st, and the goal was to be able to see or hear a heartbeat. They told me not to worry about the high HCG levels. That doesn't mean it's multiples, that they would have to look at my ultrasound to be able to confirm what that is. But she said more, they would just be able to see if it's one sac. But they told me not to get like worried about the numbers or the rate of the HCG increasing. But I think everything is good. I'm so excited. I have been asked to do very limited activity until my first ultrasound. So everything has to be slow and steady, no jumping around, no dance classes, no spinning for now. So just walking. I still have cramping, but there's been no spotting. I have noticed that I feel tired. I'm winded easily, which is so weird because just a few weeks ago this wasn't the case, and I know I'm like only 2 weeks, so I'm excited. I think I'm so excited. Even talking right now, I think I was just talking so fast that I had to catch my breath to do it. But I feel so blessed that this is my first IUI. I was on 2.5 letrozole for the 5 days. I think I was taking 2 pills a day for 5 days, and then the ovidrel shot. Just feeling very blessed that our first IUI was successful. And you go from one worry to the next, so now it's just making sure that the little peanut keeps growing and keep him healthy, or I don't have a preference if it's boy or girl. I'm just so excited that I get to experience this. So yeah, I meet with I know this is my RNY page, so I meet with I had to get a new gastric bypass specialist because I transferred insurances to Kaiser. So I'm going to be meeting with my new doctor tomorrow. And initially when I had made the appointment with them, it was just to reinstate like my follow-ups and making sure that all of my labs and everything to do with my bypass surgery is up to date, and that everything was good. But now that I'm pregnant, I think also I want to ask about like what my nutrition should be looking like, because I have a lot of restrictions still. I think I'm 4 years out, and I've definitely strayed from how I was eating several years ago. Even this year alone, I've been like all over the place with my diet. So when I initially made my appointment, it was to try to get myself back and reset into like what was healthy and appropriate, between like my calorie range and making sure that all of my nutrients are where they're supposed to be. And now I want to make sure that I'm eating appropriately, and that I'm taking the right amount of supplements to make sure that it's enough for baby and I. So yeah, tomorrow I'm excited to meet my new doctor, and I also meet with the nutritionist tomorrow afternoon. So there's a lot coming up. I hope everyone is doing well, and I will try to continue as much as possible with my updates, and try to bring it back and focus it on like my, I don't know, I was gonna say my progress with RNY, but I'm not losing any more weight, but basically how I am doing with RNY and my first pregnancy, and trying to learn what the best, what nutrition is going to look like, nutrition and exercise for me. So I'm excited. 2021 gave my husband and I a nice blessing to start the year, and we're so grateful for it. Thank you. Bye.